And here we are on month 3, December of 2022. I entered the month as a level 3 seller and ended it as a level 4. This felt like a huge accomplishment, and there was still so much more that I did want to do. Now, it did take me until the 18th of the month to reach level 4, and then just after that I did apply for TCGplayer Pro. To start off the month on December, I was still adding Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh! Almost fully now, and only that. My MHA sales and stock was down and actually took down a lot of the cards from there. As for Pokemon, I still had a stock of probably about 500 cards that were sitting on there and selling kind of regularly. It wasn't too wild though. But for Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh! Sales, those were the full ones there for me. This was when I started sourcing more Magic cards and also Yu-Gi-Oh! As well as trying to go through sealed product for both of those games. Value-wise, on a sealed Magic box, I would come ahead once all the cards are sold in it. However, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Ones I did break even on. Those two, they did have a lot of chase cards as well. This was when I was also starting to really push stock up into the 2,000 to 3,000. Now, I was waiting to apply for TCGplayer Direct until I hit that 4,000 mark, and around the end of December is when I hit 3,000 for the first time. With the addition of these cards came the need for more organization. Now, this is when I got my first 3,200 count box, and that one has since been filled and had to expand in January of 2023. The current organization that I go with it actually goes alphabetical by set, and then within the sets themselves it depends on whether it is a numbered set or whether it has just the names. And the older sets all go by names alphabetically, whereas the new sets all come through numbered for me here. Not only did I need that box, but I also did need dividers. And at first I thought something like 50 dividers would be enough, and I have already bought more of those as well so that I can include additional sets. The biggest benefit to TCGplayer Pro and Level 4 was that now I could import my inventory using Excel sheets. This also helped with pricing, which it made it so much easier, as I could grab a stack and organize it the way I needed to, either by number or alphabetically. Then just go ahead and fill out the prices of either. At this point I was still using the TCGplayer Low as well. It's pretty easy to organize it by TCGplayer Low first, copy all those prices, paste it over, and then anything that wasn't 25 cents I did put in there for 25 cents as the lowest. At this point I was also using 99-cent shipping on every order, and as you're going to learn in the January one, I did have to change that. At this point, I also started doing more research into the different sets of Magic and Pokemon and what the expected value of the cards that were inside it were worth. This was a lot of going through sites that would actually rack up and tell you what the values were, and listening to kind of the community as well as YouTube videos on collectors and players alike who would examine the meta decks as well as what collectors were chasing. Sales from November to December did go up, and I was still maintaining about, I would say, like 1-2 orders a day. There were also significant upticks in the weekends that I had noticed too, where there were weekend days where I would be selling like anywhere from like 6 to 10 orders that had to be fulfilled. My lessons from level 4 and entering into Pro is 1, to advertise for sure when it comes to Pro on your Pro website. Have a logo ready. Also be kind of thinking business forward with that. Learn Excel. Excel has been the greatest tool that I had in level 4 going forward here with TCGplayer. Also build your inventory, do your research. Also stick with the games that you know and love. If you do know and love Pokemon, you know how the meta is and everything, and the cards that you're looking for, go ahead and stick with it. For Magic, I've been playing since before I could drive. Same goes for Yu-Gi-Oh! As well. I had played that game when it had first come out, which it was after Pokemon. started that right away, and we were doing tournaments every weekend, sometimes twice in a weekend, because not only were there game stores that were running tournaments, but we also knew of a flea market that would be running tournaments as well, and we were frequenting that every Saturday. For January, I definitely have to split it into two videos here or two talks, just because of TCGplayer selling before Direct and after Direct are that vastly different. Thank you for hanging out with me, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I hope that you enjoyed the pulls from this Build and Battle box.